Imagine a world with no electricity, no internet, no machines. Now, imagine building roads that last for 2,000 years, creating cities with running water, and constructing massive structures that still stand tall today. Picture an empire stretching across 3 entire continents. This isn't science fiction. This was ancient Rome. Today, we're diving deep to uncover the greatest Roman innovations in history, and we'll explore why our modern world might not even exist without them. Make sure you stay until the very end, because one of these innovations is something that our own scientists are still struggling to recreate today. The Romans had a core belief: if you can move fast, you can rule. This philosophy led them to build an incredible network of over 400,000 kilometers of roads, with more than 80,000 kilometers of that being paved with solid stone. These weren't just simple dirt paths. They were engineered marvels, constructed in layers of stone, gravel, and sand, creating a perfect drainage system that has stood the test of time. In fact, many modern European roads still follow the exact routes laid down by the Romans centuries ago. Why did this matter so much? It allowed for incredibly fast military movement, which was crucial for controlling their vast empire. It opened up new routes for trade and commerce, boosting the economy, and it created a communication network that connected every corner of their domain. In many valleys, Roman roads were the internet of the ancient world. While most ancient civilizations were still carrying water by hand, the Romans figured out how to make water flow directly to them. This was the magic of the aqueducts. These incredible structures stretched for over 50 kilometers, bringing fresh water from distant springs right into the heart of their cities. The engineering was breathtaking. The slopes were measured with such precision, sometimes just a few centimeters per kilometer, that water flowed consistently without any need for pumps or electricity. It was all powered by gravity. This constant supply of water fed public fountains, luxurious public baths, and even the private homes of wealthy citizens. It was this mastery of water engineering that allowed the city of Rome to support a population of over 1 million people, a staggering number for the ancient world. Now, for something that sounds completely impossible, Roman concrete is actually stronger and lasts longer than our modern concrete. How did they do it? The secret ingredient was volcanic ash, specifically a type called pozzolana. When mixed with lime and water, this created a mortar that not only hardened over time but actually became stronger when exposed to seawater. This made it perfect for building harbors, bridges, and foundations in wet environments. The most stunning example of this technology is the Pantheon in Rome. Built nearly 2,000 years ago, its massive dome is still the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the entire world. It's a testament to their engineering genius, and modern scientists are still studying its composition, trying to fully replicate this ancient, super durable formula. Before the Romans, most large buildings were limited by simple post and lintel construction, which meant flat roofs and lots of columns. But the Romans revolutionized architecture with their widespread use of arches, vaults, and domes. Why was the arch so revolutionary? Its curved shape distributes weight evenly to the sides, rather than straight down. This allowed them to build larger, more open spaces, with fewer supports and less material. The arch wasn't just about strength, it was about efficiency and elegance. Without the Roman arch, we wouldn't have many of the iconic structures we know today, from medieval cathedrals to massive bridges and modern stadiums. The Romans didn't try to fight the laws of physics. They learned how to use them to their advantage, bending them to create structures that were both beautiful and incredibly durable. The Romans didn't just build individual buildings. They built entire functioning cities that operated as complex systems. They were masters of public infrastructure. Imagine walking through an ancient city with public baths for hygiene and socializing, a sophisticated sewer system to carry away waste, and even public toilets for convenience. They had bustling markets, or forums, for trade and public life, and massive amphitheaters, like the Colosseum for entertainment. Everything was planned, connected, and accessible to the public. They understood that a city needed more than just houses. It needed a network of services to support its population. In a way, ancient Rome was a smart city, long before we had screens or computers to manage everything. But perhaps the most powerful and enduring Roman innovation wasn't made of stone or concrete at all. It was made of rules. Roman law was a revolutionary concept that shaped the Western world. They established written laws that applied to everyone, created legal contracts, to protect agreements, to find property rights, and develop the idea of citizenship with its associated rights and responsibilities. This created a stable and predictable society where people could conduct business and live their lives with a sense of security. Modern legal systems across Europe, Latin America, and many other parts of the world are built directly on the foundations of Roman law. The Romans understood a crucial truth. Great empires are held together by order and justice, not just by armies. When you look back, it's mind-blowing. The Romans had no electricity, no computers, and no satellites, but they possessed something far more important. Systems thinking. They didn't just invent things in isolation. They saw how different parts of a system, roads, water, law, and architecture could work together to create a powerful, resilient, and thriving civilization. Their innovations weren't born from abstract theories, but from observation, experimentation, and a focus on practical needs. They were the ultimate problem solvers. That's why their ideas and their structures have survived for thousands of years, continuing to influence and inspire us today. They built not just for their own time, but for eternity. If you've enjoyed this journey back in time, please leave a like, subscribe for more content, and let me know in the comments below which Roman innovation impressed you the most.